screen is after disappearing on me. Oh, there we go. We're back. That actually gave me a bit of a fright, I'm not going to lie. But welcome back, everybody. Let me just get the chat up, guys. Excuse me. And there we go. Hello, JJ. Where are you gone? There you are. Jesus, the chat. Where the fuck? Oh, yeah, there we go. That was my fault. I can't blame the chat for disappearing on its own that time. That's because I got rid of it. I'm doing good, man. How are you? It's great to be here and great to be back with Season 3. The start of a new season here with Cloyne United. And there we go. I think everything is working now. I think it is. Let me just do one more thing. The joys of it, lads. The joys of it. Just one more thing I got to do here. There we go. Lovely stuff. So we are back with Season 3. Great to be back. I'm just making sure now that my controller... Perfect. Just making sure it wasn't. So I've had this weird thing lately where I've been charging the remote from, not from like the PS5 itself, but I have a USB port here. And sometimes it says it's charging when it isn't, but it is charging. So there we go. But we're back with Season 3. Anyways, back onto the main topic, which is Season 3 of this career mode. I am very, very much looking forward to it. We have some huge games to kick things off. Let me just say that. But also we've made some new signings. And as you can see, we do have new jerseys, but I need to address something about this because I have made a bit of a mistake. So obviously the first 2 seasons we kept the away kit, the purple kit, which is the third kit. We kept that for 2 seasons, and then I was going to kind of decide between the home kit and the away kit this season. But then I was like, no, look, do you know what? We've had 2 seasons with Adidas, let's go to Nike. Or Nike, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Now, when I was going through the jerseys, I was looking at all different types, and I said, you know, let's look at some of the Nike ones. And the one that you see on the screen is not the one I tried to pick. I didn't press X on the one that I wanted, and this is the one that I had last clicked X on, so this is the home kit for the season. Look, it's not terrible, it's alright, but it's not the one I wanted. So, if you're not a big fan of the kit, just know that this was not the one I wanted. The one I wanted was different to this, but for the following season, we will use the kit that I wanted. And also, I will show you the away and alternative kit as well in this episode. So just keep that in mind. It was a mistake on my part. I do apologize, but look, it is what it is. At least it's not the worst jersey ever, but it's definitely not the one that I wanted. And I'm a bit pissed off at myself because it's one of the best parts of Create a Club career mode is you get to choose the fucking jerseys. And I picked the wrong one. Anyways, look, whatever. It is what it is. We'll move on and we'll get going. So we have made some transfers. We had like 140 million, I think, to spend, and we're down to 12 million. So that will tell you how the transfer window has gone. If I go into transfer history here, so if I go to my club, I will show you some of the signings. There you can see some of them already, but we'll go down throughout the list of ins and outs, and we'll start with the biggest one, which is the one I've had my heart set on for a while. We have brought Anthony from Manchester United into Cloyne United, 92.5 million. And they actually flat out rejected my first bid, which was like 70 million. Ten Hag walked out of the room, which, do you know what I hate about that, right? That's his market value. You know what I mean? That is the player's market value. And even though I knew that they weren't going to accept the 70 million, I thought that it was, you know, I thought it would have been something that it's a starting point that they could counter. But he just walked out of the room. And I'm not blaming Eric Ten Hag, obviously. Listen, it's on the game. But Anthony, for some reason... Ten Hag, for some reason, thought that with 70 million for Anthony wasn't good enough. So he came back in, 92.5 million. Very, very pleased with that. And he will be the left winger. And as I've said throughout the whole FIFA 23 cycle, I love having left-footed players on the left-hand side. Oh shit, this chat's coming in. Sorry. I actually missed those. There's 2. Sorry. For some reason I thought I said there was 20. My heart. I was like, how is there 20 chats coming in? It was 2. Oh my God, I actually got a fright there. Doing okay, how was refereeing? It was brilliant. It was brilliant, JJ. I've got a lot to talk about when it comes to the refereeing. I would probably record a podcast either tonight or tomorrow to go really in depth with it. But as this episode goes on, I will fill in some. I'll fill you in a bit on how it went, because just to give a little preview of it, I think yesterday was the best show I've ever refereed, and I mean that both from the quality of matches and how confident I felt as a referee. I think that was far and above the best one I've ever done. So yeah, but I'll get more into it on the show. I even took a few ref bumps yesterday, and one of them really hurt. But we'll get into that. We'll get into that as time goes on. Better than the AEW shirts pop. That wouldn't be hard. God, some of AEW's merch. WWE get a lot of shit for their merch, but I've never. Well, like the only AEW merch I quite liked was CM Punk's return T-shirt, which was similar to his 2011 Best in the World shirt, like essentially the AEW version of that. I do like that one, but that's about it. But yeah. Anyways, that's all the crack with that. But I will fill you in on how all that went throughout the rest of this episode, and also throughout on the podcast as well during the week. But we've also made a signing in midfield. Moreno has come in from Chelsea, or Moreno. It's spelt Marino, but I've heard people call him Moreno. So, like, we're probably going to just call him both. But we have brought him in. I did use him in a Valencia career mode back in FIFA 20. He was absolutely fantastic. 77.5 million. I did attempt to go in for both Martin Odegaard and Phil Foden. They were just too expensive. So, for this season, we are still going to use just the two centre midfielders. We're not going to use the cam just yet. We'll have to wait till next season. I just couldn't afford it. Just could not afford it. So, listen, Marino, still a very good signing. 27 years old. We've taken him off Chelsea as well, which is good because it weakens them a bit. And, it strengthens our midfield as well. And again, he's a left-sided player playing on the left-hand side of midfield. We also brought in Mikalenko, which I think was good. Brennan Johnson. Now, this is an interesting one. Obviously, we have Adama Traore, right? And what players do you like for Everton? Not a lot, really. I'm not an Everton fan, so I don't know. Who do I like? I don't really like Seamus Coleman. I'll go Seamus Coleman because he's Irish. But Brendan Johnson, we have brought him in because he's someone I've wanted to use in career mode for a while as the backup for Alex. So I am on the fence about whether we keep Adama Traore or not. Now, I'm going to leave it up to, obviously, people like you, JJ, or anyone else who tunes in. But I don't know. What I might do is I might transfer list Traore and see what offers we get for him. Because even though it's good depth to have, I just feel like I don't want to waste Traore just in the reserves. And obviously now we have Brennan Johnson as like the main backup right winger. So it's just something to think about. But got him for just under 30 million, which I'm very happy with. Some of the players we sold, obviously we brought in Mikalenko, sold Gallardo to Everton for 15 million. Cardoso's gone to Wolves. The other Cardoso's gone to Angers. I got 3 Cardosas. I forgot about this guy, even though he spells it with a Z. He's gone to Toronto FC. Adams has gone to Cologne. Nezovic has gone out on loan to Adana. Demirspor, team who I'm not going to lie, never heard of. McConnell, the very promising young Irish right back, who I actually believe is Seamus Coleman's. Is he Seamus Coleman's? No, sorry. This is a guy from the youth academy. We've loaned him out to Stuttgart. Scott's gone out on loan to Galatasaray. Robson to Lille. And we've also brought in a backup goalkeeper because obviously, what's his name? Alonso would have left in the summer. Perrin, we brought him in on a free. 81 rated for a backup goalkeeper on a free. I'm very, very happy with that. Jovanovic is a young player we brought in. And obviously we had Nicholas tune into the last stream. He said, obviously we have me, we have JJ, we have Porg, and we have Alex. So we also signed a guy called Nicholas, who's a young French striker. Looks like he has a pretty good upside to him. So looking forward to that. But he is, I believe, the last player we brought in. So that's all the transfer business in terms of bringing players into the club, which I'm very happy with. So just to give you an idea of how the squad is looking. This is the starting 11, and these are the players we have on the bench. Obviously, we still have some good reserves. Oh, Perrin's already gone down to an 80. Oh, that's annoying. Anyways, whatever. He's still a good backup to have. We have Traore there, Schuler, Ahmed Hosvich. Then we have a lot of these guys too. I am tempted to loan out Abru, because I just feel like he needs some game time. But we have, that's another reason why I brought in Jovanovic. Burke, obviously, is someone who I'm looking to loan out as well. And Buemo's there too. Actually probably bring him up a bit. And Buemo, I don't really want him to be that far down in the reserves. Yeah, we can probably put him there. Not that it really matters, but it's just, You get what I mean. But Traore is the one I'm a little bit torn on. I just don't know if we need him. What team do I support? I support Manchester United. But that's the only one I'm a little bit unsure about. So what I might do is, I think I'll transfer list him, and I'll see what offers we get for him. I think that's the best way to go about it. So if we just go here to Adama Traore. He's been decent, Traore. See what you get from him. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do, JJ. Because, like, I mean, he was a free signing, and he has been good. But, like, 14 million for a 78 rated player who's 28 years old gets him off the wage as well. Considering we have 23-year-old Brennan Johnson, who... Oh, sorry. Did I put him on a development plan? Yes, I did. Perfect. So, yeah, I think that's what I might do. I think I'll put Traore... We'll put him on the transfer list. We'll see what offers we get. And then we will we'll take it from... Excuse me, we'll take it from there. Unfortunately, there wasn't many regens or free agents in the in the shortlist, I should say. Especially for world class, like Pedro and Gavi are the only two there. Especially, you don't have down any position, and they haven't given me any regens or pre-gens yet. We got a few in the promising category, but nobody like of note too much. I can get rid of this left back one now as well, actually, because we've already signed the left back. So let me just get rid of that. Why is the menu going all laggy? There we go. And now I can show you our first few fixtures. Let me tell you, lads, there are some big ones. There are some big ones. And without further ado, let's get into it. So, we have Liverpool in the Community Shield for the first game, which is quite exciting. See if we can start off our season by winning a bit of silverware. Listen, it is only the Community Shield, but still, silverware nonetheless. It'd be a nice way to start the season. And then, in our first game of the Premier League as defending champions, Manchester City will be coming to the stadium that I still have called Straight Outta Cloyne, but I don't know, I might change that in the next season. I just couldn't think of anything, to be honest with you, in the last couple of days to change it to. But I have changed the stadium as well. I've changed it to a stadium that I actually quite like using, but I haven't actually used it for a while in any career mode I've done. But I will obviously, you'll be able to see that in the Man City game. Sorry, something has just gone into my eye. That's really annoying. So Man City, who obviously we pipped to the Premier League title last season, the team who, of course, you know, won the treble yesterday. Less said about that, the better. But anyways, that's who we'll be taking on our first home game, which is huge. And then we have Wolves away from home as our last game before the transfer window ends. We then have Tottenham on the 1st of September in our first game in the League group is. So we'll play these first 4 games today, and then we will leave it with the reveal of the Champions League group, which I'm very, very excited about. But anyways, let's do a little pre-match press conference. Taking the mick, had enough of City. Look, it is what it is. I'm not surprised that they won. I think that's probably what's made it a bit easier to deal with, is that I wasn't surprised that they won it. So, yeah, I'm obviously gutted, but like, it's weird. I think I was more gutted when Liverpool won the league than I was when City won the. There's just something fake about Man City winning the treble. Like, at least when Liverpool won the league, right? I don't like Liverpool, but at least there's something genuine about when Liverpool win something. I obviously don't like it because I'm a United fan, so I obviously don't want Liverpool to win anything. And I don't want Man City to win anything either, but it'll always just feel just so fake when they do anything, you know? So that's just where I'm at with that. Perfect. There we go. All right, sorry, I was just in the middle of just messaging someone there. But yeah, anyways, I decided to tune into the game for small portions. The Le Mans 24-hour race was way more exciting, and Lukaku gave them the win. Yeah, I saw the highlights. Yeah, Lukaku. Like, I don't even know what to say about Romelu Lukaku anymore. Like, on his day, he can be fantastic, but he's just so inconsistent. Sorry, I've got some food next to me here because I've barely eaten all day. So yeah, sorry, I had to take a bite there. Give me a sec. There we go. Okay, that's better. Right. Now I finally get to show you the away kits and the alternative kit. So, this is obviously the home kit. which, wasn't supposed to be the home kit, but here we are where we are. This is the away kit. We actually did use this jersey in Turl United, and I really love the design. It's different from what we had last season as well. Obviously keeping the Ireland colours there, so I'm very, very pleased with that. And this is the third kit, the purple and gold style colours. Very, very happy with this kit. Obviously, I love the original one that we had, and I was actually tempted to keep that for another season. And I know you don't have to keep, you don't have to have all three kits be made by Adidas or Nike or Puma. But I like to keep it that way, just because it just seems a bit more, somewhat realistic. But these are the three kits that we have, and we've given the goalkeeper a nice yellow jersey as well, which I think looks good. But I think for this, look, I need to get used to this kit, right? We have it for the rest of the season, so I just want to get used to it. Let's use the home jersey. We'll put Liverpool in the away kit. Maybe it'll grow on me after, after enough time. But anyways, this is the team we are going to go with. Obviously, Chavez has dropped to the bench. Furuhashi is still the backup striker. Obviously, Evan Ferguson is still out on loan. We have decided to keep Kaidi Bear, a.k.a. Cocaine Bear. He's still there. Hobbs, I'll keep him for another season, but I think next season we will need to get a better backup right back. But yeah, Kent's obviously still on the bench. Very, very happy with the reserves. Traore, look, might be leaving soon, but whatever. Actually, I think I'll put Ahmed Hozovic there just to make up for that. And yeah, without further ado, lads, let's get into our first game of Season 3 and hopefully bring back some silverware as we take on Liverpool in the Community Shield. And here we go. If I seem a bit distracted, it's just because, sometimes, I only get important messages when I'm doing something. If I was doing fuck all right now, nobody would be on to me. But because I'm in the middle of streaming, of course, I'm starting to get messages that I kind of have to, they require a bit of an urgent response, but it's nothing, overly serious, but it's just, it just suits better now if I respond, as opposed to waiting until later. Gotta keep the cocaine. Of course we do. We've gotta keep those legs running. And what better way to do it than with a bit of cocaine? I'm obviously joking, kids. Don't take drugs. But for Cocaine Bear, we'll make the exception. But here we go. Let's just skip the pleasantries. Let's get into it. Season 3 begins at Cloyne United. If memory is serving me correctly, I don't know if we won the Community Shield for Turley. Oh my god. Liverpool were nearly in there. I don't know if we won the Community Shield at Turl United. I'm not sure if we did. Anyway, here's Anthony. Now JJ. Jose Gaya. You know what? The jersey actually looks quite nice. I think it actually looks quite nice. Oh, JJ. Oh, what a save by Alisson. Alisson, who had a fantastic season in real life for Liverpool, even though Liverpool didn't have a fantastic season, which is still the one bit of happiness I can take from the season, apart from obviously us winning the League Cup. It's just still so annoyed about Man City winning the treble. But anyways, whatever. But I just saw there, as you can see in the top left-hand corner, he is just back from injury, Alisson. Wasn't been a long injury, because he did play in the last episode against us. Mamardashvili in goal, who now has a good backup. Perrin, the Italian goalkeeper, we have him as a backup option, and I will play him in the cup games. I'll play him in all the League Cup games, and the FA Cup games we'll kind of rotate around a bit. And then Mamardashvili can be the man. Oh my god, what a risky back pass that was. Mamardashvili will be the main man for the Premier League and the Champions League. But it's nice to have a better rotational keeper. Obviously, De Vrij, the young goalkeeper, he's still out. He's out on loan until January, so we might have to, in January we will have to find a new club for him to go out on loan at, and then eventually, hopefully, he can become the backup keeper himself. Oh, it's a poor pass. De Bruyne got injured again on the final, can't handle it. Yeah, I saw that. But you know what was scary about that? Was that they brought off De Bruyne, and they brought on fucking Phil Foden. City's depth is just... I think Mark Goldbridge made a great point about it. Obviously, we're gutted that City won the treble, but I think the reason we're not as gutted as maybe we could be or should be is because I feel like this could get worse. Oh, but I tell you what, JJ, he makes things so much better. What better player to score our first goal of the season? We take the lead against Liverpool. You know what? The jersey is actually growing on me. It wasn't my first choice. It was pretty far from my first choice. But you know what? I think it actually looks quite good. But we take the lead against the Scousers in the Community Shield. JJ with a lovely left-footed finish into that bottom corner. Joe Turl absolutely delighted. And Cloyne United take the lead with our first goal of Season 3. Starting as I left off and beginning as you mean to continue as well. I think it's going to be another big season for JJ. But it is mental to see like City's squad depth though, you know. De Bruyne coming off, Foden coming on. Like City, they'll win the league next... Oh, fuck off. Oh my god. Right, okay. Can I just comment on something here, right? So, what's just happened here is what's been happening with FIFA so much lately. We go 1-0 up, and then the opposition just go right up the other end and equalise. It's been happening so much, and it's just gotten to the point where... Oh, fuck off. I need to... Okay, this German twat, get away from me. But it's just absolutely fucking... It's making the game so it's just not fun. In layman's terms, it is just not fun. But anyways, back to square one, 1-1. It's been so hard to keep a clean sheet in FIFA in recent times. It really has. We are level here again. Oh my god. Oh fuck! Oh no! Fuck this shit. I'm not even watching. No, fuck off. That is an absolute joke. 2 chances and they fucking score the 2 of them. FIFA 23 in a fucking nutshell. They need to improve so much when it comes to this game. The first fucking EA FC game better fucking be massively improved. Because this game is just... There's so many fucking issues with it. Paulinho, and it's 2-2 already. Like, you think I'd be happy getting the equaliser, but it's just been such a fucking... I was playing FIFA, like, away from YouTube today for a bit, and it's as well. But 4 goals here in the first half. Paulinho, a bit of an unlikely source, doesn't score an awful lot. I can't remember exactly how many goals he got last season, but it was no more than 3. But he has a goal here in the Community Shield, and it's 2-2. History has shown a drop-off the following season. Liverpool going for the quad last season, and this season, the treble team next season. I see, the only thing, JJ, is when you look at Man City's squad depth, I can't see them dropping off. I really can't. They'll definitely win the league next season. I'm convinced about that. They'll be up there in the Champions League next... Listen, the Champions League... It's always hard to predict a winner. You know what I mean? It's the best team in the world doesn't always win the Champions League. I mean, Chelsea beat Man City. Oh, what a block! Chelsea beat Man City in the Champions League final 2 years ago, and they weren't. Chelsea were far from the best team in Europe that season, but they did win the Champions League. Same as when they won it in 2012. They weren't the best team in the world that year, but they did manage to win it. I'm sorry, this is really starting to get on my fucking nerves. God, okay, we get away with it. But I just, with the depth Man City have, I can't see anybody stopping them next season. I hope I'm wrong, but I just can't see anyone stopping Man City. Here's Anthony on his debut. Anthony scores for Cloyne United on his debut, and it's 3-2. What a first game of the season this is. Well, some people call this game a glorified friendly, the Community Shield, but we're making an absolute treat of it at the moment. End-to-end stuff. 3-2 up. Anthony with a debut goal, just like he did in real life for Manchester United.